Hi, my name is Simone Seaton, and I will be presenting Chapter 20 on Broadband and Home Networks for Communications 532. Why study broadband technologies and home networks? Broadband technology is ingrained in our social, personal, and business needs. We prove this is true anytime we open up our phone and go to Facebook, social media websites, or we send a business communication via email or text. Not only is it ingrained in our personal lives, but it's also ingrained in our business lives as well as our education. We prove this is true anytime we get onto Blackboard and upload an assignment. Broadband technology is the strength of the internet speed. With the internet being relatively 20 years young, this is an phenomenal feat that is ingrained in our everyday life. Broadband technology is defined as high speed internet. In the United States, high speed internet is defined as 4 megabits per second or greater. This has also been confirmed by the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission. In France, the broadband speed is 256 kilobits per second. According to the International Telecommunications Unit, 1.5 to 2.0 megabits per second is considered broadband. So the US is ahead of the game. Broadband technologies allows for the advancements of Internet Protocol VoIP, which is Voice over Internet Protocol, and this would be like Vonage or Magic Jack. There's also Internet Protocol Video over Phone, and that would be an example of that would be FaceTime. Broadband technology also allows way for Verizon Fios and AT&T Uverse, and many different others that we'll discuss later. DSL is described as digital subscriber line. This is internet access that comes through a phone jack. There is a modem connected to the phone jack, which brings the internet into the house. The most common asymmetric DSL is the most commonly used form of DSL. And this occurs when the download speed is faster than the upload speed. The next one we have is FTTN, which is fiber to nodes, and fiber to nodes is used with Verizon and AT&T Uverse, up to 50 megabits per second downloads and up to 20 megabits per second uploads. This occurs when the central office has a fiber that runs through a community into a local node, and within that node, it sends to up to it sends internet speeds to neighboring homes which have signed up for this service. The next one is FTTH, which is fiber to the home. And this fiber runs from the company, the internet service provider, to the end user's home. Instead of stopping at neighborhood nodes, it just bypasses and goes straight to the end user's home. This can provide speeds up to 1 gigabyte per second. And this is at the heart of the cable and telecommunication process. This is not very cost effective, so it is not a commonly used thing. But Google has decided to test Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, and in 2014 announced that they were going to try 34 other cities. The next one that we have is BPL, which is broadband over a power line, which makes sense. And instead of installing all new fiber to go from the internet service provider to the end user's home, because power lines any and everywhere run straight to the end user's home. This was thought to be the future, but the cable wasn't able to handle speeds that would make it broadband internet. The next one we have is satellite. And satellite is provided to the end user who is in rural areas where fiber to the nodes or fiber to the homes will not be cost efficient or cost effective to the actual internet service provider or to the end user. And the way this works is that a satellite is placed outside of the end user's home facing the internet service provider, or excuse me, the satellite provider. The modem is connected in the home to the satellite dish, and satellite cannot deliver like fiber to the gnome or fiber to the home, but it is better than dial-up. And the biggest providers are PowerMax and HughesNet. Cable modem. Cable modem is allows for cable and internet to come in at the same time through the same unit through a cable modem. And the cable modem can either allow for strictly cable access or internet internet and cable access. And this comes through a hybrid fiber coaxial cable cord. And this increases the download speed, and this also utilizes fiber to the node system. The node being the cable modem. Uses uses data over cable services interface specifications, or DOCTS. The first one that came out, DOCTS, was one, obviously, and it had upload speeds of 320 gigabits per second and upload speeds of 10. Then they released the next model, which is obviously called 2, and that went to 30 megabits per second. The third one, which was released, can handle up to 100 megabits per second, but that one is, of course, increasingly more expensive than just your regular $50 to $100 modems. And there is going to be a release of a 3.1, which can almost handle 10 gigabits per second in upload speeds. Next, we have wireless. And wireless, as it pertains to broadband, basically allows for the increase of phone capability and phone function. First, when cell phones were first released, they were working on 2.0 3G, which basically allows for like regular call with pretty decent reception, and maybe you could send out a few text messages. So then 3G came out with the increase, and this also created a need for the App Store, which allowed users to have more functions with their cell phone. But as technology advanced and applications required basically a better internet connection and a better internet speed, 4G came out. And with 4G, we have basically what we see now, where you have applications like Tango, or better phone coverage within rural areas. Wireless providers are AT&T, Verizon Wireless, Sprint, T-Mobile, and numerous others. Home networks. Home networks happen one or two ways. You have wired or wireless. Wired is when the modem in the home has other Ethernet cords running into the modem to supply the devices within the home. These devices could range from anything from a home laptop to a printer or even a TV. Most home networks opt for a wireless option, which gives you the ability to basically have your devices hidden but still connected to your home network. For example, this would be a printer. A lot of people need a printer, but they don't always want to see it. So they could connect their printer to their home modem wirely and only pull out the printer when they need to print, and then leave it tucked away in storage when it's not in use. Wireless devices could also be a television, numerous tablets, cell phones, and Blu-ray players. And this has led to the increased use of systems like Netflix or Hulu Plus. Be on the lookout for more connected homes in the world. As companies are realizing the profits and technology continues to advance to continue to increase these profits, Other countries are becoming more connected, with Sweden being the number one connected country with home networks of about 3.2 with 3.4 total subscribers. So my question for you is, how do you see broadband technology affecting the advance in other technologies? Thank you. Have a good one.